Hello and welcome back to Budget with Becca. In this video we are going to be counting my emergency fund. Woohoo! But before I start with that, I just want to say hello to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me on my journey. I just want to give a little rundown about me. I am a 25-year-old Canadian girly who is working on budgeting and being better with her finances. So I've decided to use the cash envelope method. I'm using that as well as different savings challenges and goals to pay off more debt. My first challenge was to save up my emergency fund, which we'll be counting today because I do believe I have saved up enough. But before we get started with that, I just want to say I'm so sorry for this really weird shadow here. It is a beautiful Saturday morning and I'm going to be busy for the rest of the day, but I did want to get this money counted so I can A, put it in my bank, and B, get this video up for everybody. So let's get started with the counting. So I had track my emergency fund on this sheet here. Again, sorry for that shadow there, but I've been tracking my emergency fund since the beginning or middle of February. So February, March, and the middle of April. So actually the end of February, apologies. So like I said, 2 months. So I have up to 1,670 in this envelope before I just recently cash stuffed a couple days ago. So please go watch that video if you have not. There's one little thing that I wanted to mention actually. It now has it has 1,700 in it because recently I found 30 bucks in one of my coat pockets. I used to do this all the time growing up, is that when I would have my coats, I'd be putting them away for spring or for winter, I'd leave like a $20 bill or a $10 bill in them. So I just pulled out my spring coats and my rain jackets and I found a $30 bill that I completely forgot, not a bill, sorry, $30 in my pocket that I completely forgot that I put in there. So that's perfect because it was kind of meant to be, because I just need that last little bridge to get me to that finish line with this paycheck. So this is what I use for my emergency fund and how I track it. My goal was 2,000 and it says save my starter emergency fund. Why it's 2,000? Because I didn't want to do just a starter emergency fund. I wanted to have like a pretty comfortable emergency fund that I felt like would help, which I didn't have to put any more money to, and I could just put the rest of my money, extra money, to debt or to savings. And because of that, $5,000 was roughly my goal. I already had $3,000 in it before I started this journey and started this challenge. So then I decided just to finish it off with the extra 2,000. So let's get into counting and I will show you how we've gotten to the finish line. So I keep my emergency fund in my sinking funds folder. And so it is at the back here. So beauty, Christmas, and I've stuffed these in my last video if you want to go watch that. Here is my emergency fund. I'm just checking to make sure the light is not too bad. So what my plan is going to take out this money, put it in my new cash tray, and then we're going to count it with the calculator and then make sure that I have saved up enough. And I believe I have, which is so exciting. So there we go. So what I have done here is put the money, I'm just gonna do a little, whoa, look at that. So cool. So I actually forgot to mention, so the way I've been saving this money is any extra rollover cash from my wallet or any money that I was able to put aside from my paycheck went to my emergency fund. I was also doing a savings challenge, but I realized the savings challenge and the emergency fund was just too much going at once. So I decided just to focus on my emergency fund, which I was able to just put all that money towards. And now that I've done this emergency fund, I will put more money towards my debt and my savings challenge. Okay, so one other thing to point out here, sorry, I'm just rambling on when I know we want to just get to the counting of the money, is I have these placeholder cards that I use. At the beginning of every month, my automatic bank payment sends $100 to my emergency fund bank account. So I just put these as the placeholders because there is that money in that bank account, and it just means that I don't have that cash here with me. So we're going to put the hundreds at the back there because that will technically count, or not technically, that is $100. So let's just put them in the tray. The 50s. The 20s. I don't think I've ever had this much amount of cash out as once. It's just crazy. And also because it's not small bills, or sorry, it's not big bills. It's all small. It feels like a lot to have in your hand. Oh, see, I'm ready to get rid of these little slots on my desk before I lose money. There's the 10s and the 5s. So what my plan is now is to just count by each section and add it up, because we should have $2,000 here. So I'm just going to make sure that we can see quite okay. There we go. I'm sorry again for this weird sun. It's beautiful for me, but it's not the best for filming sometimes. Okay, let's start with the $100 bills. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 100. So 800 plus the 50s. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 750 in 50s. And we've got 20s, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 280 in 20s. In 10s, we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that means we should have about $80 in 5. So let's count that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Woohoo! So then we're going to add 80. And that makes 2,000. Woohoo! So that means I have saved up my goal for my emergency fund, and I have saved up $2,000. That is amazing. That is so crazy. I can't believe within 2 months I was able to save so much, and that just means that now that amount that I've saved here, I can now put towards, like I said, saving or adding more to my debt, paying off my debt, or adding more to my savings and my savings challenges, which is just amazing. That's the beauty of using the cash method and using cash envelopes. It just makes it so much easier to save and feel that money as you are saving. So that is the end of my video. Like I said, I just wanted to count this. Now this money is going to go into my separate bank account that I have just for my emergency fund. I had opened up one a couple of months ago. That it's a new one because I wanted just an online bank. I didn't want any fees. I wanted that high interest. And so now my bank that I chose has 1.5 of interest, which is amazing because not many banks is able to provide that for a high interest savings account. So that's where this money is going to go, and it's just going to sit there and accumulate a little bit of interest, and I might send a little bit more money to that fund when needed. But that's pretty much it for my emergency fund. And like I said, it's only going to be there for when an emergency happens, which hopefully nothing will come up anytime soon. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said earlier in the video, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and like and follow along for this journey. My next video will be my wrap up of the month of April, and then we're going to jump right into May and start our cash stuffings again. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!